I now recognize Mr. Burchett from Tennessee.
Thank you, Chair Lady. I would remind members of both sides of the aisle that President Trump's approval rating is soaring, and last I checked, congressional approval is not, and I think that bears witness. Mr. Dickerson and Mr. Burton, do you think Congress should withdraw additional funds other than the $9 billion recently approved by the House?
Absolutely. The federal budget is entirely out of control. There are hundreds of billions of dollars of improper payments. There are tremendous numbers of agents.
Let's see. On this vote, the yeas are 344, the nays are 79. The motion is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid upon the table. Pursuant to Clause 8 of Rule 20, the unfinished business is the vote on ordering the previous question on House Resolution 530, on which the yeas and nays are ordered. The clerk will report the title of the resolution.
House Calendar number 34. House.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey.
Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again. When you try to kill our we will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
I'll be jolly. All right, they put that cornbread in the oven. Some of them patriots done ran up them sugar levels. No, you ain't supposed to get you a piece of that cornbread. Put that cornbread down. Know your sodium and cholesterol levels is too high. You know it raised your blood pressure. And then y'all done squeeze all that pig fat on there. Wait a second now. It just gets better and better and better. The approval rating is skyrocketing and soaring. Oof. Proof. Let me read this headline with a little bit of pride and dignity. Let's read this out loud, family. Proof that America loves Trump. Let's play it.
What, are you kidding me? 56% approval in a brand new Rasmussen poll for President Trump. 56% of the American people think he's doing a great job. That is a landslide. That is awesome. And you consider everything he's up against and everything he's going through and everything that, all the innovation that he's come up with and the constant loud opposition of the media, and his numbers at 56%. You know who that beats? Ronald Reagan at this point in his second term, just 52%. It reminds me, the Gipper and President Trump together. Isn't this an amazing picture? The two of them at some function at the White House. Look at that. We've got the 40th president and the 45th and the 47th president all in one spot. It's pretty awesome. So, 56%. That is historic. I always knew that actually President Trump's vision would be popular. What's really not to like about it? When you get through all of the rhetoric and the distortions, make America great again, having borders, not sexualizing children, not getting into forever wars and then not winning them, it just has mass appeal. And you think about where he was a year ago, not even a year ago. He was still going through all of this nonsense, all of this crap. And today, 56% in the polls. That's important. It's not just some number. It's important for him to get his agenda completed, right? People respond. People in the Beltway, they respect a number like that a lot.
Woo! You know, I had to start the show off with this one, y'all. I'm just feeling good today, family. I hope y'all are feeling good, that you're blessed, well and healthy, and you know you're in good spirits, and you're having a great week, a great rest of the month of June. You know that 2025 is going well for you, your family, your loved ones, man. But there it is, you know. And today, as you've seen, impeachment by this deranged a Democrat, Al Green, waving his pimp, the Geico caveman that waves his pimp cane on the floor. The pimp caveman, in which this impeachment failed miserably. Yeah, Democrats, was it 128? How many Democrats? Democrats said no. Trump has broke the party. The Democrat Party is collapsing. Over 100-some Democrats have voted against Al Green's article of impeachment. The Democrat Party is not unified. Trump has broke them. The Democrat Party has blown the transmission, the motor. It's in a ditch. And I think they ought to walk down there in Washington and say, "Hey, everybody, put your hands behind your back. Get on the floor. Get against the wall. Yeah. Get that one right there. Yeah. Wait. Don't rough her up too much. Her eyelashes. Oh, wait. Yeah, get her eyelashes. They fell on the floor right there. Get her eyelashes. Yeah, get him. Yeah. He's sweating. I told you. Soon as they start sweating, yeah, get him. He got his hands in the cookie jar. And her too. Everybody got their hands in the cookie jar. Yeah, and she need to be deported. Yeah, that's the one that makes love to her brother. She makes love to her brother. Yeah, get that one. Yeah, walk him out. Yeah, and that one right there, we'll just drop her off over here. There's a bar. It's a bar right over here. We'll just drop that one off at the bar. They don't even have to read her resume. They don't even care. She's a rep. They don't even care. Yeah, they'll take her in. Yeah. Drop her back off at the bar. Bartending. To do it, she can figure it out. But yes, another impeachment has failed miserably, and what a sad day for the pimp caveman.
And I rise today in the name of government of the people, by the people, for the people. I rise today because our country is nearing a moment of decision. I rise because we are at the intersection of...
Look at his cane. His cane is behind him, laid up on the little podium, on the what do they call that thing? Look at this cane. Look, I'm surprised he ain't, got doing this little cane waving. Pimp, look at the pimp cane.
Democracy and autocracy. I rise to announce that at this moment in time, I have filed HRES 537. HRES 537 is a privileged resolution. HRES 537...
Why do y'all waste y'all time? Why do you waste people's time? Oh, and then we're just going to try it again. We're just going to keep trying. This is, and this is why y'all party is where it's at now, sir. Y'all do all this hollering and screaming and carrying on. And y'all be some of the dirtiest ones, incompetent, no common sense. For the people, all the people. We care about the kids and the community. The same sound bites. What about the grocery prices and the eggs and Then they send that so-called leader up with all that Diddy all on his forehead. What's his name? Hakeem Jeffries? What do we call that fella? For their his billionaire buddies. They say the same stuff. It's like they all on a script. They need to walk down there in Washington and just put people in handcuffs. Term limits in handcuffs, god dog it. Term limits in handcuffs. And he got his cane all laid out behind him. I just didn't seen it all. I don't even want to hear the rest of it. I feel like I'm wasting time of my life with this crap, man. With these Democrats. I tell you, it's a disgrace. Just waste. Look at this. It failed so bad. People are laughing. Look at people laughing. 344 to 79. I tell you just can't make this up. And then look at this lady here. Just look. people in Congress, the Jasmine Crockett saying Trump should have hollered at me before he did what he did.
States admitting that he unilaterally brought the United States into a war without congressional approval.
Congressional approval.
Very grave public admission. It is illegal. It is unconstitutional, and
Obama was dropping bombs on everybody grandma's house, and they didn't call nobody in Congress. No congressional approval. He dropped bombs all on Auntie and Auntie Pam and everybody house. Yeah, I tell you, man.
And so, for me, while the president is posting something about a ceasefire, I think what he also posted was an official acknowledgement that this was war. And I think that is something that should be taken into very serious consideration.
There are a lot of Democrats who are throwing cold water on the idea that the president deserves to be impeached over this and saying that you shouldn't be throwing around impeachment given it's such a grave, serious matter. What do you say to that?
I mean, of course, everyone can have their differences of opinion regarding that matter. A resolution has not been filed, and not filed in a privileged sense. I believe that a president bombing and bringing this country into direct conflict with another nation state without
brother, Trump, they were right. This lady here,
without congressional approval, endangering service members, U.S. military bases, not providing intelligence is reckless.
Not providing intelligence.
And we know that this is not a left or right issue. An overwhelming amount of Americans.
Not a left or right issue. You know, the same. I'll tell you, the same sound bites, the same crap. They ought to walk this woman out in handcuffs, man. For real. Low IQ, just stupidity. Just up here wasting everybody's time. Golly. Brother.
The United States being dragged into war. And if we want to talk about serious decisions, I think the serious decision of entering the United States into direct conflict without any legal approval, unconstitutionally, is the grave decision that we need to be talking about right now.
The same stuff from the left and liberals. You know, Trump did this, Trump dragged us into this, Trump that, Trump started World War III. You know, the same stuff, you know, the same stuff. Same people that said Joe Biden was as sharp as a tack and that it was a cheap fake, a deep fake, you know, same people. And you just can't make this up, man. But that's why I started this show off of showing Trump's approval rate soaring as it just gets worse and worse for this party, for these Democrats, you know. And this clown standing up here with his cane all the time. I'm sick of it. You know.
An assault on the citadel, the path.
But Trump had a beautiful response to AOC and the Jasmine Crockett's and Ilhan Omar, all people that I'm telling you, it's a disgrace down there in Congress, man. It really is. I'm glad Trump did what he did. They said they reached out to Chuck or somebody. I wouldn't have called nobody. I wouldn't have said, they said they sent Chuck a note or something. But no, we don't have to reach out to nobody. Do what you got to do, Trump. Do what you don't call. No, don't. Just imagine if he did call Jasmine Crockett or somebody and they got some kind of congressional approval. Just imagine if he did go that route. The man is doing everything he told you he would. He been talking about the nuclear weapon. They can't have a nuclear weapon. They can't have the nuclear program. He been talking about it. You know, you could talk about Hillary. You could talk about Obama. They did this and said this and that. Democrats did this and that, you know. But God dog it, Trump been real since day one. And God dog it, he been repeating himself. I kind of got tired of him repeating himself. I'm just saying, well, Trump, you already see, and he just says it again. How many times does he have to say it? And then after he says it, it's just action. And I get a tweet at 11 o'clock at night. God bless America. And we are praying for peace, man. We are praying for peace through strength, common sense, the America First agenda. We are rooting and standing behind President Trump, man. You know? And whether you like it or not, he is your president. And we've seen a lot of people these last couple of hours jumping on board saying, I'm with President Trump now. I like what he's doing. I like that he's like an American gangster. You see all these people posting stuff saying, I wish I made a video just a couple an hour ago, and y'all probably see it later on today, but people saying, I didn't vote for Trump, but now I wish I would have. We got multiple people saying this lot on TikTok and Facebook. People are loving what President Trump's doing. They're starting to understand what's all going on now. You know? And what a successful mission it was. But to see how he's treated by the fake news media and Democrats, people are waking up. People are saying, I'm done with the Democrat Party. And then you got the people like you got these AOCs and Jasmine Crockett's and all these, and they just make it worse for the party. Worse. Down there in Congress, it just gets worse and worse. But let me know what y'all think. I didn't want to make this a long show. Just wanted to come on here and talk to y'all, family, let y'all know what's going on. Democrats failed miserably over another Trump impeachment, and we continue to win. His approval is soaring. Trump dropped the F-bomb today. Trump is pissed off. When we want to send our prayers to Trump, man, they don't. You know, he's done with the crap. You know, look like he ain't been sleeping. His blood pressure and shot up. You know, we send our prayers to Trump and this administration. We are rooting for America. You know, and let me know if you are too in the comment section down below. If you're new here, join the family. Hit that subscribe button. We are family on this channel, and we're just gonna report what's going on, and we can have healthy conversations, man. I know I come on here and crack jokes and have fun with you guys. Because, hey, politics is a dirty game, man. And American politics has become a reality TV show. And we just waiting for the next episode. Anything could break the news right now. Every 5 minutes, every hour. And here we are. But they failed miserably on another impeachment. And I'm here for it. You know, the Democrat Party has no chance of recovering. They're not unified. Too woke, too far left. No common sense. And hey, here we are. But let me know what y'all think. I love y'all, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace and love, family.